Today, I'm going to pick a random grave and research their life. So let's go. We were in the Hardwick Cemetery in Kings Lynn, looking for a grave that stood out from the rest. I've chosen the grave of Edward Mays, who passed away in 1936, aged just 26. So I'm going to go home, research his life, and see what I can find. I found this picture of Edward in the local newspaper. He was born in 1910 in Great Cornard, Suffolk, to George Mays and Sarah Langley. His father was a bricklayer, and he was one of 4 children born to the marriage. His mother was originally from Kings Lynn, and at the age of 17 he went to the Norfolk town to work. Sadly, he lost his father in 1921, and his mother remarried to Edmund Curry. On the 23rd of December 1933, he married Nesta Webb, Hare at St Nicholas Chapel. Nesta was from the nearby village of Terrington St Clements, and the family set up home in Austin Street, Kings Lynn. They had a daughter Dorothy in 1935, but just 8 months later, tragedy struck the family. The headline said, "Young husband's death by asphyxia." It went on to say Edward Mays, aged 26, of 54 Austin Street, Lynn, a married man with 1 child, lost his life while at work at St Paul's Mill. While he was looking for a choke in the dryers, he overbalanced and fell into a meal bin, 20 foot deep and about 5 foot across. He became embedded in the meal and suffocated. He'd worked at the mill around 9 years, and he was described as one of their best employees. His co-worker, Benjamin Morphy, foreman, gave evidence. He said that Mays was a cracking plant man and was thoroughly familiar with the work. He said the last time he saw him alive, about 7 p.m. on Thursday, he appeared to be in his usual state of health. He went up to the dryer room and saw the dryer man named Large. Mays should have come in to relieve him, but Large said he had not come in. The men went and searched for him and called out his name several times. About 9 p.m. they found his cap, and witness immediately realised that the cap could only have come through the bin. On looking down, he saw Mays lying in the meal. Assistance was called, and one of the men went down and secured a rope around Mays's body. He was then raised to the top of the bin. The jury returned a verdict that Mays died from suffocation as a result of falling into the bin whilst in the execution of his duties. It's heartbreaking to think he had an 8-month-old daughter at home who would never remember her father. It's so sad to see his grave in such a bad state. The epitaph said, "Dearly loved and sadly missed." Our last stop was to pay our respects, so rest in peace, Edward. You will be remembered.